Hey, Chovy here. Another video. Found this cool article about Zshell. And I've been using Bash for about 25 years. Went through Bash 2, Bash 3. I think I started with Bash 1. I don't know what it was before that. I think it was just Bash or Born Shell. But anyway, now it's Born Again Shell. Anyway, I installed Arc the other day and really like it. It came with Zshell installed. And I noticed right out of the box it had some cool command line prompts. It recognized my Git repo and all this shit, but there's some other cool stuff that it has that you can read about. I'll put a link to the article. We're going to go through this. I'm just going to go over to Brisk Reader for brevity so we can just focus on the content. Basically, you want to install it. If you don't know how to install it, you can read through that. On Ubuntu, sudo get install zsh, and then you can change shell to which zsh. I recommend you do that. Anyway, there's a plugin that you can install called MyZshell, MyZshell. Now, if you're having problems with Zshell, you might want to disable this plugin just to make sure it's not this thing. But this is very powerful. It's got a lot of plugins, a lot of tricks. You got themes. There's all kinds of themes. I don't know. They kind of all look the same to me, but so I just go with the default one. But you can read how to install it here. Just run that shell command. It'll put it in your directory. You'll have this .MyZhs. It's a Git repo. You can type git pull to check it. One thing you can do, which is pretty cool, you don't need CD anymore. Oh, actually, let me show you the plugins I have installed first. So when you look at your VRC, you're going to have this Robbie Russell theme. I guess that's the default theme. I disabled this shit. This was the only thing that was giving me a problem, but when I would paste URLs into the command line, it would escape them, and I don't want to do that because I was passing them to curl, and curl won't accept the escaped URL. So the only thing I did here was I added Zshell, the plugin zsh auto suggestions, git extract, and Z's already there. Okay, cool. Actually, I'll remove it from the beginning. We'll get into this article here in a second. So once you get all that set up, you'll have pretty basic environment. And you can do tab completion. I've been using it about a week, 2 weeks now. But I just saw this article that was posted on, actually I don't know where I came across it. Oh, I searched for Zshell tips and tricks. So Autosuggest is the one you want to install. If you want the like Uber Autosuggest, just copy and paste that. It's gonna put a plugin inside the MyZh or whatever the fuck, MyZshell custom directory, and then you gotta reload it. So just type dot /z. Whoops, I'm caps locked. Okay, so see how it's gray there? This is the first trick. Zshell RC. If I tab, it's going to give me a list of all the matches. I can go in there and tab again and go to it, which will reload. Another thing you can do, see when I type that, it's completing it. If I hit the right arrow, it will finish it, what's there. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know about that. File navigation. This is pretty cool. So I've been typing like this shit, and I can type C tab A tab. But what's even cooler? Whoops. A. What's even cooler is I don't need the CD. I can type W B B A and get in there. Now there's another thing. If I type Z and then go to API, it's going to take me there. I can type Z UI. It's going to take me to my UI directory. So what I was doing for the last 2 weeks was going com UI. That's what I would type, com UI. But now I can just type Z API and Z UI. So Z will look in your directory history of directory commands. Rather change directory, CD. And you can autocomplete from there. So that's awesome. That is a huge time saver right there. And there may be something for Bash like that, but I haven't heard of it. And, it's not like I follow the latest updates on Bash all the time. So check out this, navigating with anything using Z. That's what I was just showing you. It's pretty cool. You can type Z my project instead of this ugly ass path once it's in your history. So the more and more you change directory, it'll learn your directory. Another thing with the Git plugin, it's gonna have some cool shit, like you can type Git A and tab, and it's gonna show you all the Git options under A. So like Git add, and then I can type -H and get the help. Or I could do Git add dot or whatever. I used to do Git status. Now you can type GS. Whoops. Sorry, that's not what it is. What is the status? GST. GST gets it. He's got a list here. GA, Git add all, Git diff cache, GDCA, GDCA. I always forget that one. Git push, GP. Git reset hard. I wouldn't do that one very often. You can also create an alias for several commands, so you can do that in your dot. I actually, what I did on mine is I sourced dot alias, or rather ZSH underscore aliases. And one thing I did is I changed the prompt. I added this and then just hit enter. You can do that in Zshell. Then add a space. So I get like my cursor's down here. It's not at the end of this line, which, some of these prompts can take up half the screen. So I always put the $sign on a new line. But yeah, anyway, there's that. I included the aliases and the MVM. So for MVM, if you're using Node.js, you want to look at Zshell MVM. Just Google that. Just a guy named Luke Childs maintains it. All you have to do is manual installation. So I think I used, with Arch, you have something called Yay. I think Q is query Zshell MVM. I do MVM. No. Arc MVM. I actually forget how I installed it. I think I went over to manual installation instructions. Yeah, that's what I did. I cloned it into there. So Zshell MVM, and then I can just do git pull to update it. And then you just source it at the bottom of your RC file. That's pretty much how Bash MVM works. MVM is Node Version Manager. If you didn't know that, MVM alias will list all the versions of Node. It doesn't give you everything, it just gives you like the latest. So if you want to install something, you can install V15. It's already installed. If I wanted to do like 14, I'd type install LTS Fermium. That's going to download the binary and install it for me. So now if I type node V, I'm getting 14. If I type NVM latest, whoops, let's do use V15. Now if I do node, I'm on 15. So the only thing to keep in mind, you'll never need sudo if you do this. There you will have a .mvm directory now, and everything goes in here. So you'll have versions, node, and so now I have two directories. So when I do npm install G, it's gonna put it in one of these two directories. So if you switch, you have to install your globals again, but that's way easier than trying to run different versions of Node manually. Sorry, I just picked my nose there. I'm still getting used to being on camera. Okay, let's get back to where we were here. So yeah. Oh, I was gonna show you aliases. So MyZshell aliases. I just have some quick ones. VI Vim. TA just does Tmux attach. I should do a video on Tmux. It's pretty sweet. I used Screen for like 10 years, but Tmux is awesome. I have a weather command. Gives me the weather. Kind of cool. I could share that with you, or you can just look at it here. Let me beef it up here. So I just curled this thing, wttr.in, with my city and state. Actually, I'm not in Los Gatos anymore. I'm in East Palo Alto. Let's see if that works. Gotta refresh. Weather. Oh, didn't find East Palo Alto. So it'll probably find Palo Alto. I think you can pass zip code too. Yeah, there we go. I gotta just make that a little smaller here. So yeah, overcast 53, 3 miles an hour. Anyway, that's cool. It's a cool alias. Remember, right arrow completes what it shows you. I haven't gotten this to work yet. This it doesn't work from scripts. You can type, say, hello world.
Hello world.
Your computer will say whatever you tell it to say. Sprunge is just pasty. I use Authme to use SSH key authentication. Screen cap, this is how I do my live screens, which is what I'm using right now. Live stream, I'm gonna have a live stream tomorrow night, or well, tonight. It's fucking 6 a.m. here. I haven't gotten to sleep yet, but I'm gonna live stream today at 5 p.m. Pacific. It's gonna take a while, and I probably won't get very far, but I'm gonna try and build an API using the V programming language. So that's that. Get instance feedback on the state of a Git repo. I don't know what all this shit they do. They test your terminal display. Let's just test this. Let's go Z API. Agnostic. Let's try this guy. Let's change the alias here. Comment that one out. I'm just using the up arrow to go back and forth. Okay, that didn't work. That had some extra. The flags aren't showing, so I do like that it shows the host name. That's cool. I'm wondering why those aren't showing. Let's see. I think it's my prompt, maybe. Let's comment this out. No, might be a hyper terminal. But see, that's why I put the extra line in the prompt, because there's too much shit there. I wonder why that's not working. That's pretty cool though, that it shows if I'm on master or not. But yeah, apparently that doesn't work. I'm using Hyper, by the way. You can get it at hyper.is. The reason I'm using this is because I switch between Windows, Mac, and Linux when I'm testing. And I hate having to use 3 different programs for SSH. This one's written, it's available on all 3 systems or operating systems. It's written in Electron and Node.js. But it's pretty solid. I like it. I'm gonna switch that theme back. I don't like all that yellow shit. No. Let's just go back here. Reload it. There. That says me master. It doesn't have the host name. I wish I had the host name there, because I really I'm on different servers a lot. And you can fuck up and like delete something on production by accident. In fact, I think GitLab had an incident a few years ago. Anyway, section 9, plugins. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into this. Command not found. I wonder if that works on let's try that one. I wonder if that works on Arc. So we'll do / search for plugins. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, reload the shell. Let's type VI. That's not a good one. Let's do MTR. Cool, it works. So MTR it's like ping brisk reader, that just pings it once. So So mtrbriskreader.com. We get maybe found the following packages. So I'm gonna do I'm on Arch, which I really like. Recommend it. I get off the MTR does a live ping, so that's kind of cool. I like that. Let's look at display mode. Yeah, these are just half frequency, over 21 seconds. Anyway, just some cool tools for the command line. Node, open the Node API for your current version in your browser. Huh. Let's see what that does. Plugins. Node. That didn't do anything. I already have Node installed. It just took me to the Node console, which is what I would have expected it to do. Sudo hidden escape twice puts in sudo from. Oh, that's cool. That's fucking awesome. I won't remember that though. Auto completion NPM. I'll check around with some of these. Key combos. Control U, delete from the cursor to the start of the line. Okay, that's cool. Control K, delete from the cursor to the end of the line. Control W, delete from the cursor to the start of the preceding word. Pretty cool article. Some of those plugins, your mileage may vary, but we'll give it a shot. And hopefully, this just moving around with CD and Z, I think is going to be a huge improvement. Alright guys, that's it for now. Remember, chovy.com, briskreader.com. And a future sponsor is Linux Tablet, which goes nowhere. It's for sale. But I'm hoping the Librem 5 phone will be available on a tablet soon. These guys aren't paying me. I'd take their money if they wanted to sponsor me though. But they're building a Linux phone. I think you can pre-order it. 32 gigs of storage, 3 gigs of memory. It runs Pure OS, which is like a really secure operating system, like with no tracking or anything. The only thing I'm gonna wonder about is how good are maps on this OS, because two things I need my phone for while I'm driving are maps. I need turn-by-turn direction, and I want Spotify on there or something similar, so I can say, "Hey Spotify," or "Hey Siri," or whatever the fuck your name will be on this OS. Play Pennywise on Spotify, and Siri just does it. So if I can't get that functionality, I'll still stick with the iPhone. But I quit buying Macs. They're still getting in trouble for this child labor in China. They're overpriced, I think. Yeah, the M1 looks promising, but it's the M1 looks promising, but it from what I understand, nothing really runs on it yet, except for official Apple apps. So I feel like they're going the way of everybody, where they have the walled garden and all that shit. But anyway, didn't really want to get into that. I'm just trying to de-Google, de-Apple myself, and get on free, 100% free open source software on every device I run. Alright. That's it for now. See you guys. Bye.